Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to a little bit of gameplay in a tank that you don't see that often. It's the Chinese Tier 7 heavy tank, the IS-2. A very similar machine to the Russian IS, although, curiously, I prefer the IS-2. And I think in the ways in which they differ, I will do a proper tank review of this at some point, but I think in the ways in which they differ, overall, the IS-2 is actually stronger. Now I'm platooned up here with a couple of clanmates. We've got Johnny Dangerful in his AMX AC-46 French Tier 7 tank destroyer, and Craig Von Red in his beloved ELC AMX Tier 5 French light tank. We're here on a map that I can't remember the name of. Serene something or other. And Craig and Johnny initially go to the other side of the map, up the left. I'm not going to go that way because my gun depression is abysmal. Instead, I'm going to go up the right-hand side of the map and hopefully shoot all of the things in all of their faces. Although you can see there are still some undulations and, you know, Chinese gun depression. China is a communist country. Everybody is happy. There is no depression. And Chinese tanks reflect that. Ooh, T-34-85. He is tasty. And frontally, a T-34-85 is absolutely no match for an IS-2. Bounce number 1. And you can see that the IS-2, despite being a heavy tank, is actually fairly mobile. And gets a big gun, which is always amusing. Now, I must admit, generally, I don't like these Russian/Chinese 122mm guns. Oh, that was a bad shot. Because they're just so unreliable and blech, icky. But, you know, I've actually had fun playing the IS-2. Now, this T-34-85 will actually give me some problems, mainly because I don't aim my shots properly, because I don't want to get hit by one of his friends, but eventually I'm going to get tired of playing these shenanigans and just go and beat him to death. There we go, I'm bored. Take another bounce. It's time for a beating, little boy. That sounds weird. Forget I said that. Maybe I'll edit that out. Probably not. Now there's a tiger up there, so we do need to be a little bit careful. Again, I have another snapshot. I'm just taking these shots in a very chancy manner, to be honest. Yeah, another bounce from the T-34. Poor sod. I really wouldn't blame him at this point if he decided... and I bounce from him. Typical. If he decided to load APCR. This game does improve, I promise. Now, Craig's driven over to this side of the map. He presumably got bored over where he was. And we say screw it. Oh, look, KV1. And aim for about 3 centuries. But we are rewarded by taking off most of his health and bouncing the tiger into the bargain, which is always good fun. So Craig puts a shot into that tiger. T-34 has decided that he wants to come round for a bit more fisticuffs. He manages to damage my gun, and we have a little bit of a ram, and alas, Johnny has been caught out. The enemy team's just zerged the left flank, and Johnny, unfortunately, has been taken down. And someone, the Chi-Ri finishes off that T-34-85. Tiger is still up there ahead of us, and Craig is rushing back to base to try and do something about the people who are zerging down the other side of the map, and I'm going to follow him, but, you know, I'm never going to catch an ELC. Really need to rebuy that tank one day. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, we head back. And again, you can see that although it's a heavy tank, it's not the slowest heavy tank in the world. Brum, brum, brum. I may or may not be making racing car noises. Yeah, mature. Did you ever see that TV show called Brum? It was great. About this little old car that used to drive around and have adventures. Maybe you didn't. I used to like it. It was good. Oh, I miss him. Oh well. I'd probably think the TV show was rubbish now, because, you know, I'm not 5 anymore. But there we are. Right. We are almost back at the base. Craig is doing what ELCs do best, running around making an epic nuisance of themselves, and generally getting on everybody's nerves, while dodging all of the return fire. Now there's a T-20 up here, along with their Tiger P, and a bunch of other stuff, and oh, hello Mr. Comet, how are you today? Bang! Oh, you're not looking very well, are you? And the Comet is dead. and they're capping our base, and Craig is on 1, count them, 1 hit point. I take a hit from the T-20. Now, at this point I could rush up and try and give Craig some immediate help, but I don't. Why do I not do that? Because if I did, this T-20 would play merry hell with my bottom, and I don't want him to do that. Whereas I have confidence that Craig is capable of driving around like a maniac sufficiently to hopefully avoid taking any more damage. And I leave this T-20 on 21 whole hit points. It's barely even worth firing the shell, but, you know, kill's a kill. So I won't fire the shell. I'll ram him to death instead. Now Craig could do with some help. I'm a-coming. Just hold out a little bit longer. On my way. He's run around the corner. God damn it. Oh, no, he killed the guy that was in his way. Never mind. See? Craig's fine. 1 hit point's all you need. He doesn't need any more. And now, if memory serves, he's going to play merry havoc with this poor Tiger P. And I'm going to go over and try and give him a hand. Hello, Mr. Tiger P. How you doing? Tiger P kills our bishop, because, you know, target the artillery first. And I don't really have a good shot there. And Craig's just going to drive around this rock until I arrive, but I'm here now, and that's the back of the Tiger P's head. And Craig keeps running. Tiger P is never, ever going to catch that little French tank. It's just not going to happen. I, however, can catch the Tiger P. And he might get a shot into me, but I should get a shot into him. And I think I know who's going to win that exchange, especially if he gives me the side of his turret. Bye! That just leaves the KV-1S and their artillery. M44 American Tier 6 Pigeon. Pigeon? Why pigeon? Because it dumps on you from a great height. Anyway. So, going to go back to the base and try and kill the remaining tanks. There's the KV-1S. And time to start the aeon-long aiming cycle. But we're rewarded with a nice big splat of damage to the face, and the KV-1S misses me. Now the KV-1S has a very, very, very similar gun to mine, so I need to treat it with a bit of respect. He's also hull down, mostly hull down, which is kind of irritating, so we try and put a shot into his hull, but it bounces or goes into his tracks or something, and he shoots me. Although that felt like it might have been high explosive. And this isn't looking good for the KV-1S, who goes pop. That just leaves their artillery. And Craig is already zooming over the other side of the map looking for him. Found him! Question is, can he survive? Oh, there we go. Craig kills the artillery. Because, you know, you don't need more than 1 HP in this game. And there we go, that was the game. So by all means have a look at the post-game results. At the time of playing it, I didn't think I did particularly well, but apparently the stats disagree. When you're doing 390 average damage per penetrating hit, the damage racks up very, very quickly at tier 7. But anyway, as I say, by all means look at the post-game stats. If you enjoyed that game, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.